Hello, this is Vanessa with Vans, Van and Travels. I'm in Phoenix at Cracker Barrel restaurant parking lot, and I was just getting ready to upload my video I made last night, making chicken and dumplings. And the first two clips, my head is cut off, but it's cut off on purpose because I couldn't get my entire body while I was preparing my dumplings. So I hope this works out well, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of people that asked me to do a cooking show, and I'm not big on cooking shows, but I did one. Letty and I had chicken and dumplings last night for dinner, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, you can't see my face, but you can see my hands and you can see the pot. Okay, the first thing I did to making chicken and dumplings is I had another about a 6-pound chicken, and I boiled it till it's done, and I put it aside in this bowl, took all the skin off of it because I don't want it to be greasy. I took the broth and I added, let me show you if I can remember what I did with it. Oh, here we go. Broth-based chicken stock. My mother-in-law, Sadie Hart, taught me how to use this, and it makes dumplings or noodles, anything you're making with chicken, it just intensifies the flavor. Okay, when I make my best dumplings, I've done them from scratch. I've done them every way possible, and the best ones are the cheapest, actually, biscuits. Don't get the flaky because they won't be good. I just kind of flatten it out real flat with my fingers and stretch it out as much as I can without tearing it, and drop it into that simmering broth. And you don't want it boiling too high, or it'll boil dry before you can get all your dumplings in there. Well, it won't boil dry, but you want the soup in there. Okay, and this is this part of it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to put two cans of biscuits in here, and I'll come back when I do something different. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, I wanted to show you something else. See, I just think everybody makes the same kind of food I do in the same way I do. Okay, to make the dumplings really come out good and fluffy and juicy and not gooey, make sure when you don't really have to do all of this that I'm doing. This is just how mine always taste good, so I continue to do it. I have dropped some before. I'd get tired of doing this when I had a lot of people coming over, and I'd just kind of tear it off the biscuit. But when you drop it in there, pick a place that's, don't drop it right on top of another dumpling because it'll stick to it. But if you drop it directly into the broth, it won't stick, and it'll cook together nicely. And then when they come out, they'll be juicy and not gooey. Or at least mine never have. Well, we don't know how this is going to turn out because I'm probably using a different brand of biscuits, and I hate to say it, but Parker and Quartzsite is such a small place that some of their groceries don't last as long. I try to get what I'm going to cook in the next few days and cook it because I don't know, it just doesn't taste as good as what I get at home because they don't prepare for so many people out here. I think they try to prepare, but you can't hardly do that because the population's so small, but yet it scares me every time I do that. The population is small, but there's a lot of people comes out here for the winter. So now that we've popped it open, I'm going to put in this. I'm just putting 2 cans in this one. Uh-oh, I dropped a whole one in there. That'll be a big fat dumpling. I'll eat that one or give it to Bobo. I just wanted you to know even if when your dumplings start getting thick in here, just move them over a little bit and make sure you drop all of them straight down in that broth instead of touching another dumpling. I know I repeat myself, but I'm old. I forget what I'm saying sometime, and I want to make sure you know what you're doing, or you know what I'm doing. You may know more what you're doing than I do. I'm not big on doing a cooking show. I don't think I've ever done one, but as I was preparing to do this, I knew there would be several people to say, I wish you would do a cooking show. I can't do it and show my face at the same time, I don't think. I may try to sneak in there. Hello. Okay, we don't want to be boring and drag that out a long time. Okay, I'm about to get the last of the biscuits in here for the dumplings. It always, no matter what size pan you cook in, it always looks like you don't have room for more, but you start out with a little bit of extra broth for that reason. I think this is my last biscuit, and after I get the last biscuit or dumpling in there, okay, they're all separated. The broth, let me show you. Okay, I hope you can see that. The broth keeps them separated. I'll probably have room for another can in there. I'm sorry I'm waving this around. I think I told everybody I'm not experienced at this, and I didn't really want to do a cooking show. But I let someone talk me into it. I don't remember who it was. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat down even more if I can. And then I want some extra pepper on here because pepper and dumplings just go real good together. I put it on my chicken before I cooked it, but when I take the skin off, I take all my pepper away. I've got the flavor down in there, and then I add salt as when it gets close to being done. I'll taste it and see if it needs more salt. Because even though your chicken is real flavorful, the biscuits will take the salt flavor out of it. Okay, and hopefully my chicken has cooled off enough that I can pull it apart and drop it down into and here's my 2 empty biscuit cans, not pans. I'll leave this here in case I need to drop something in there. Okay, and I don't like bones or gristle in my chicken, in anything I fix, or skin. I love the skin, but not mixed in with my food. Okay, so I just drop all my chicken in here. It's a little bit of a nasty job, but somebody's got to do it. And I'm happy to get the finished product. Ouch, that chicken is still hot. That was a big old chicken. It might have been 7 pounds, I don't know. Ooh, it's hot. Hot, hot. Whoops, I did have a paper towel here to wipe my hands and I lost it. Here we go. Uh-oh, Bobo. Bobo definitely likes cooking shows. He watches every move I make. I'm trying to get some of this from my fork because I'd like to get it done before it gets dark, because Letty and I are eating together tonight, as we usually do when we're camped together, and we're wanting to watch a movie together while we're having dinner tonight. And we're going to watch a Medea play, the Medea Christmas. That's the funniest. She's funny because she reminds me of all of my family from Mississippi. Okay, this is what I do. And then when the dumplings get to the consistency to where they're fluffy and you know the biscuit is cooked, they're ready to eat. And if you want to make, I talk about stuffing a lot because I love stuffing. So if you want to make stuffing, you can like use the chicken and dumplings as a gravy to go over it, and then have that broth with that chicken stock in it. It's going to be good to begin with. Or if you want a vegetable, a green vegetable, I was going to fry up some, oh boy, some green and yellow squash. I couldn't think of the name of it. But I'm not going to do it. We're just going to have chicken and dumplings, and then if we want to have something later, I can always add to it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, because I did. I can't believe it, but I did.